Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night, February the 16th, and welcome to our team Zoom call. We're really excited. The topic tonight is, what do we do when our clients have struggles? And what's really interesting is when we step into this role as a health coach, many times we come from different professions where we're paid to tell people what to do. Coaching is an entirely different situation. We're not paid to tell someone what to do. We're not paid to sell. We're paid to support someone getting where they want to go. So we want to come to it as a learner. And last week I introduced my best definition of mentorship, which is joint learning partnership. And so I love that, because even when we talk to clients, even though we may have the tools that can help them, if we come at it like we're learning from them, we want to know what they want. We want to know what they need. And we'll share with you just some examples of things that some coaches have done this week, practicing asking questions, finding out what people need, and maybe learn a little bit more. But first, we're going to introduce some new coaches. And I'll tell you, it's so great because new coaches breathe life into our business. They bring such energy and passion, and it awakens that in all of us. So thank you to those people who are new joining us. So Dee, would you please introduce your new coach?
I don't think she's on.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't see her out there. Sorry.
All right, great. If text her and see if there's a number that she's on, one of the numbers. But anyway, all right. So then, Nicole, I will unmute you. You have got two new coaches, so please introduce them, and I would love to hear about what they're excited about and why they joined Take Shape Life.
Awesome. Well, yes, I am very excited to share and introduce two new coaches. This journey for me started 5 years ago this month, and if you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be in the position I'm in now and have such amazing people around me, I would probably have laughed, but I remember telling Molly that I thought this business was very corny back 5 years ago. So it's definitely proved me wrong, and I couldn't be more humbled and excited and honored to lead such an awesome team. And so I first want to introduce Shannon Angel. Shannon and I met just a few short weeks ago and have become fast friends and really have connected through our love for health and wellness, but mostly, truthfully, our love for the Lord. And we've really grown together in friendship. She's become my workout partner, who trains religiously with me at 5 a.m. every morning, and I couldn't be happier to share Take Shape for Life with her in this journey to help others get healthy. And so, Shannon, would you unmute yourself and share a little bit about what you're excited about with coaching and the journey moving forward?
So my biggest journey has come with, you struggle with fitness and weight and trying to manage your weight. And sometimes it just comes down to that no matter how much you exercise, you can't get the nutrition exactly where you need it to be to get the results you want. And so after meeting Nicole, and we started working out more consistently and getting that all back to a normal after we moved to Marietta, that I still wasn't seeing what I wanted to accomplish. And so she introduced me to Take Shape for Life, and it is amazing the difference it'll make. And so I'm excited about sharing that with other people, that, yeah, even though you're in this journey and you're trying to get these results through workouts, sometimes you just need a little extra help to get you to that place. And so I'm excited about just seeing where we can help people take it and get their journey and get their life to, because you get more confidence and you become more, you just become more productive and happier in who you are and what you are. And it opens up opportunities to find out exactly where you're supposed to go and where God wants you to go if you're not so caught up all the time in how you look. And so if you can kind of get over that obstacle then, then it's just one less thing we have to overcome. And so I'm really excited about just helping people to get to that next stage.
So awesome. That's so great. Thanks, Shannon, for sharing. And we're so excited to have you on board at Shine as well. And Shannon is my executive assistant, and definitely needed her in my life in a big way. And so I'm so grateful for her. So thank you, my dear. And I also want to introduce Scott Kostner tonight. And much like Shannon's story, you never know the way God's going to bring people in your life. And that's a similar story with Scott. But again, like Shannon, you become fast friends with people that share similar beliefs. And not only do Scott and I share a similar belief in health and wellness, but also in our faith as well. And so it's really just created a bond much quicker when you're in the family. And so, Scott, why don't you share a little bit about what you're excited about with coaching and the upcoming future?
Sure. Thanks, Nicole. I have a gym like Nicole in north Atlanta, and have had multiple clients come to me with weight concerns, and we've tried multiple different options to try and get them to their goal weight, and have had a lot of different obstacles. And I was fortunate enough to find Nicole and Take Shape for Life, and have 3 of them on the program right now, and they've had just dramatic results in less than a month. And so I know that I found the right option to offer my clients. And ultimately, my goal is just to help the people get to their goal, what they want to get to. And I'm thankful for Susan for allowing me on this team, and Nicole, and I look forward to working with everyone in the future. So thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate you, and Shannon as well. And thanks for letting us share.
Yay. Thanks, guys. I love what Shannon said. One less thing we have to overcome. I love that. Great. I know. And Scott, I love your heart around helping people. And I'm so excited that your clients have gotten this much success so fast. And it's only the beginning. That's all I can say. So I love it. Dee, any, well, I get to share. And Dee, not, nope. Okay. So I get to introduce Stephen Small. Many of you have met Stephen. He's spoken at some of our events. He spoke January 9th, and then he spoke at Shine last month. And it's really been so much fun to watch him. And he hasn't spoken before, so this is kind of new for him to share a story. But each event, he comes at it from a different perspective. And so I'm excited because the next event, which will be March 12th, by the way, and I'll get that out tonight or tomorrow, on Coach Connection as well. He'll become from it as a coach helping others. So Stephen, you want to share with us? I unmuted you.
Okay. Well, first of all, I am excited to be here. Susan has been great in terms of just her energy, positivity, and everything like that. And, so this journey so far has been life-changing for me. And at this point, it's made me want to step out to get started in the coaching so I can begin to impact lives the way she has for myself. Already I'm in talks with my brother about the program. And he's interested. He's also even interested in the coaching side before he's even started. So he's just interested to get more information. So he is interested in going to that meeting on March 12th. And I also have a few other family members. My entire family struggles with weight. Some are young, some are not as young. But at the same time, I think that it is something that I can share with my entire family. And not just my family. I've always felt a passion towards trying to, health and fitness and those things. I've done some, taken a class or a course on personal training, but I've never been able to get over the hump of myself dealing with the struggles of my health and my weight. So it's kind of created a barrier between me and getting to that point. So, I'm very thankful for this opportunity, for Susan, everything that she's done with supporting me. And I just want to be able to offer that for others.
Yay. Oh, I'm so excited, Stephen. And thank you all for, and we'll introduce our other new one next week, P. But again, it's so fun to have new people. So thank you for expanding our outreach and what we can do. So what do we do when people have struggles? Like I said, if we come at it, I know Nicole introduced us to a book called Change Your Questions, Change Your Life. And we come at it from a judger mentality, or we come at it as a learner mentality. And I know that if I come at it from a learner, I'm wanting to learn and interested in what someone wants to achieve, it really makes a difference. There are 3 questions that I find just incredibly valuable. And when someone has a struggle, when someone's complaining, say they didn't lose weight, or they had a struggle or a challenge, well, tell me more about that. Or what did that look like? Like, oh, I cheated. Okay, well, what did that look like? Like, have them break it down. Have them break it down for me, because a lot of times we get overwhelmed, and sometimes it's not a big deal. And we can find the positive, like Stephen said. I'm always looking for where can I encourage them and show them what they have done. The other really great question that I love to ask people, because what questions do, we all have systemic thoughts. We all have thoughts that go on our head, concepts, things, they're there. And some of them are constructive and some of them are destructive. So a question can break that habitual pattern thought that we have. And many people that we're working with around weight, they've had it before. And Molly's going to talk a little bit about that in a second. They've been, seen it, had it, heard it, experienced it before. So how can we break that thought pattern, that habitual thought pattern that's usually negative? We really don't want to break the positive ones, but these are negative. And so one of the things I like to say, if someone's struggling, they don't like the food, and I say it very sincerely because I am really sincere, would it be okay if you stayed at this weight? Would that be okay? Because you don't want to torture yourself. I mean, if you're not going to follow, so would it be okay? Because this is hard, it's torture what you're doing. You don't want to follow the plan, but you don't want to, you want some different results. And that stops everybody. And they think about it. Today I had someone say, because they know they're not doing it. They know they're not following it. But what's their choice? They're going to stay at that weight. They know it. Would it be okay if you stayed at this weight? And most of them choose not to. And so, Molly, you shared with some stuff with us a couple of weeks ago. And Susan, you put some things into practice that were really, really cool. So can you share with us a few of the questions that you asked people and how you redirected the conversation when they struggled?
I'm sorry, Susan, was that for me or Susan?
Let's go ahead and Susan first, and then we'll.
Okay, very good.
Okay. Well, it was very helpful a couple of weeks ago when we talked about the questions we ask our clients, because for me, that's been a struggle, asking the right questions. And I have a great mentorship that has taught me a lot. But a lot of the things I've learned is exactly what you just said. Are you okay with the weight that you're at? But one of the other questions I asked was, for instance, I have a client that's lost 125 pounds, and then the holidays hit, and for some reason, something clicked with her that she reverted back to her old habits. And she was, for her, candy was a stress release for her. And so we kind of went into that. And I asked her, I said, well, why do you think that is? I'm trying, there's a fine line between being a coach and, I'm not trained to be a psychologist. I'm not trained to be a counselor. But I wanted to pursue that question a little bit more with her. And I said, why do you think that why do you think you keep reverting back to that particular thing? And then when she thought about it, she said, when I was a kid, candy was a reward. candy made us feel good. That's what my mom would give us, when we did something good. And I think she looked at it and went, okay, I know that's not a good reward now. So she's starting to look at other avenues for her to find something that's going to be a little bit more of a healthy response to stress. So that was good for her. It was kind of like an aha moment for her. And then with another client, one of the things that we talked about was her goals. She's been struggling just staying on the 5 and 1, especially on the weekends. Her support system, I don't think, is all that great. And so I said, well, I suggested to her, how do you feel about this particular technique that I've used with other clients, and asking yourself, when you look at that unhealthy choice, is that going to further my goal, or is that going to take me away from my goal? And she found that to be very helpful too. But it's learning those questions to ask that for me has been a challenge, because I don't want to sound preachy, but I also want to help that person, to reach their goals. So that's kind of been a challenge for me. And this has been a really great, we've got a fantastic group here of people that have wonderful ways of asking questions. And I'm very thrilled that the new coaches are on our team, because what a great group of people we have to learn from on how to service our clients and help our clients the best we can. So those are some of the tools I've used.
Great. Thank you. Thanks, Suze. Very good. I love those. Well, Molly, why don't you share with us what share with us a few things that work for you.
Sure. Thanks for asking me, Susan. I would say probably the thing that tends to creep up this time of year, after people have made resolutions and they're kind of gun ho, and they're either, they say by now people are either completely dedicated or they've dropped out, of this goal that they set for the first of the year. So I was talking to a client the other day, and she was explaining to me that one of her biggest concerns is her fear around not being able to maintain her weight, because she's lost a significant amount of weight in the past. And she's really getting stuck there, because it's actually tempting her to go off plan, because she's never experienced maintaining her weight. So we talked about the diet mentality. Are you willing to work with me around the diet mentality? Can we talk about that a little bit? And shifting your mind from this yo-yo to actually moving forward. I said, wouldn't it be great if you were able to create new evidence? Because everything so far in your life, all the evidence says that you can't maintain your weight, because you've lost a lot of weight and you've gained it back. And here we are on a really good, significant journey. Are you willing to create new evidence with me? Because I have a plan for that, if you're willing to let me help you. Is that something you want to do? Create new evidence? And they're like, okay, yeah, let's create some new evidence. I'm like, all right then. So it's not that you can undo the past, but you can, it's like Dr. A says, it's not like we're trying to get rid of old habits, we're trying to create new habits. And I think that's true in the area of evidence too, but there has to be a willingness. Well, are you ready to give yourself a chance to create new evidence where we have a plan for transition, you have support for transition, we have a plan for maintenance, and you will have support for maintenance. So are you open to that? Yes. Okay. Do you think that will be helpful in keeping you on track? Absolutely. So that's what I want to know. You got to tell me when you're afraid and what it is, so we can work through it.
Great. Perfect. Does anyone have any questions? I know, Debbie, you had a question. I said I had 3 questions that I asked, and I only said 2. Yeah, I said, tell me more. Well, third, what does that look like? And then would it be okay if you stayed at this weight? Not at the same time. One of the things that I think is such a great thing to get people off the ledge is a choice. And asking, would you like me to share with you maybe a possible solution? Or would you like me to share with you what that looks like? Or and if I ask permission, and that sometimes you forget to do that, and you share with them. But one of the things that's really helps people a lot, they want to eat pizza. I said pizza because that's Stephen's thing, but so he's had victories around pizza. But so what it is people, I say, really, and Dr. A talks about this great in chapters 3 and 4 in our workbook or companion guide, but you have two choices. You have a choice between two conflicting things: pizza with your friends or family or whatever your traditions are, and sticking to your plan and reaching your goal. And that's all it is there's just two choices. And, they're just in conflict with each other. Which one do you want to do more? And this weekend, which one do you want to do more? And when I put it like that, when I ask, which one do you want? They're just two. No one's weak-willed. You're not a bad person because you want to eat pizza. It's just in conflict with what the goal that you want. And so which one do you want more? Sometimes it'll be one, sometimes it'll be the other. But it puts the power back into them to choose. And if I can redirect them to choose what they want, then they're not blaming the food, they're not blaming the coach, not blaming the program, and it's not one more thing that didn't work for them. So anytime you can redirect it back to their choice, which one do you want? They have a choice. And we've talked a lot about that around the holiday time too. Dee's done a good job. So anyway, those are just a few little tips. Thanks, Susan, for sharing, Molly. All our new coaches. Dee, I see your new coach Jen is on. Would you please introduce her, and we can finish up by having Jen tell us what she's excited about.
Sure. Jen is brand spanking new. We just ordered her a health coach kit last night. So excited to have her come on board. Our connection, we met through church and through a church opportunity. And she's been exploring the idea probably since the end of last year and made the decision she wanted to move forward. So I will just let her take a minute and just kind of share about what attracted her to this business and what she's excited about.
I unmuted you, Jen.
Okay. Hi. I'm just really excited because just the opportunity to help people with what I'm passionate about. I've always loved, fitness and health and wanted to help other people, but just haven't had an avenue to do that. And I actually just had a friend text me this morning that said, hey, do you know how I can get a flatter stomach? And I was like, actually, I just signed up to be a health coach, so I'd love to sit down with you and talk to you about that. So anyways, I haven't done the training and I don't have the tools yet, but I'm ready to go.
Way to go, Jen. That's perfect. I love it. All right. Well, good night, everybody. On our Facebook page is a link. Dr. A is going to be doing a call tonight talking about support. So if you can click on that, it's a webinar form, so you can see the speakers, but they can't see you. And then Molly posted for us Saturday, Dr. A is going to do, I think he's going to do a full hour presentation on the program, and it's a great opportunity to tune in. I'm sure there'll be a recording if you want to tune in first and see who it applies to, or just invite people on. But it's a great opportunity. So thanks all. Good night. Welcome all to our new coaches and to our seasoned coaches as well. Have a good night.